Hit that like and subscribe button for the coolest tech memes in the world.
The Little Mermaid TV series, Gabriella. Remember when Disney had a cute, disabled, POC mermaid? When I was younger, one of my best friends was a deaf Guyanese girl, and her fave princess was Ariel, mainly because she related to her living without a voice, and her love of swimming. When this episode aired, she cried and squawked, and made sounds that were almost understandable. She saw herself as a mermaid, on TV, with her favorite character of all time. Representation matters, always, no matter what. Okay, it's hella cool, and they actually animated Relay SL. They didn't just bullsh it. Oh man, this is legit sign language, and it's actually awesome. A+++. My boyfriend has many interesting stories and observations from his new job as a 911 operator. My favorite is how meandering people are, even in the midst of a terrible emergency. They respond to, "What is the emergency?" with, "Well, the thing is, for weeks ago." And then he's like, "What is the emergency right now?" And they're like, "So what happened this morning was," I said to my wife, I said, "What is currently happening at this moment?" "Oh, I'm having a heart attack." My second favorite is how specific he has to get sometimes. Like, "What is your emergency?" "I'm sitting in a pool of blood." "Is it your blood?" "Yes, I think so." "Do you know where it's coming from?" "Probably the stab wound." "Have you been stabbed?" "Oh yeah, definitely." In all fairness, shock is a hell of a drug. It always really bothered me when wait staff ignored me plus my friends just because we were young, because we are all really respectful people, but the assumption was that we wouldn't tip. Anyway, so fast towards 2 when I became a waitress, and one day this group of scrubby as kids came in, and I had 8 other tables with other people to look to, but I overheard that one kid wanted a milkshake, but he couldn't afford it, and the other kids offered to pay, but he was like, no, it's fine. And I looked over, and he just looked real run down and sad and stuff. Later it just so happened that our kitchen had a mix-up, so we had an extra shake, and since it would just be dumped otherwise, I snuck it out to their table and gave it to him for free. And his friends were so ducking impressed by this, they pulled every ducking cent they had. I got a $50 tip, and later his friend's mom came in and said, "I heard what you did for that boy," and gave me another $20 and offered me a better job working with her. And meanwhile, at my other table, a rich white guy I was serving complained because he didn't want to pay the 15% tip on a $8.90 bill, and when his wife said, "She's been a good waitress, though," he said, "but just plain good isn't worth 15%. Damn. Dang. This is still one of my favorite stories. The darkness. The destroyer of worlds. Very small worlds for now, but just you wait. Romeo, I dreamt a dream tonight. Mercutio, and so did I. Romeo, well, what was yours? Mercutio, that dream is often lie. Romeo, I had this intense AF dream last night, bro. Mercutio, oh so did I. Romeo, what did you dream, dude? Mercutio, that you are full of sh. Portrait of a young woman, Janie Chien lighted. Girl with a pearl earring, Johannes Vermeer. They look like they've been having a chat about you, and you just walked in. I went to a party once and everyone was supposed to pitch in some money to buy Adderall. I had never tried or even heard of it, but I was young and stupid, so I gave them $20. Later on, after we all took it, everybody was going crazy and having a good time, and I was just sitting on the couch quietly, so I googled Adderall on my phone and learned that it's used to treat ADHD. I have ADHD. I paid $20 to calm down. If your name is on one of these, I just wanna let you know, your parents are basic with no creativity. Sounds like someone sad they couldn't find their name on a Coke bottle. I can't express how much I hate ducking bees. Then stop ducking bees. It's really a simple solution. You know what I meant. Not after bee movie. We don't. I would date an actor, just so I can tell people that my boyfriend's an actor, and then they'd be like, oh, what's he been in? And I'd say, me, and raise my wine glass and laugh, because in this scenario, I'm at a fancy cocktail party. The wall of bong resin in my lungs. Coronavirus. It's called science. Is this supposed to be ironic, or did y'all forget the part where the CI's droids walk through the shield like it's nothing and start mowing the Gungans down? You telling me these droids are cisgender? Horror literature is better than horror movies and games because authors can't use jump scares and are forced to actually unnerve you with their writing instead of relying on people's anxiety and expectations to be startled. Catch me putting blank pages with boo written in invisible ink into my books. Dave. Duck off Sean. I'm taking a picture. Dave. I actually genuinely love dealing with angry and aggressive customers because it's so funny. They always come in with a specific level of energy and they expect whoever they deal with to be scared of them, and then when I'm clearly not physically or emotionally intimidated they get so flustered and start doing the weirdest shit to regain power in the situation. Like there's absolutely nothing you could do to me in this coffee shop that would ever even make my top 10 scariest interactions with people. But by all means, keep ducking that phone. Call to your boss who apparently knows the Starbucks mermaid personally.
Yeah, less stress, let your mind be free. Shift when the fog lift, you can finally see. There's a feedback loop that delay like an echo. Tune your frequency up and let go. Loud and clear is how you need to hear. And reason disappear when you feed.